Hey friends, welcome back to Llama Mama Kayla's Yarn Tube. I'm Kayla. Thank you for stopping by and hanging out with me today. I appreciate you coming by so much. I know there's tons of YouTube videos out there, and I appreciate you choosing to spend some of your time with me today. That just means the world to me, and I appreciate it very much. So what am I crocheting on today? I'm doing 2 Woobles at one time because, I don't have enough sense not to do that. I'm crazy like that to do 2 at one time. So I am crocheting Pierre, the penguin. I have made him before. I made all the parts and I never put him together. And I don't know what happened to the parts. They're gone. I don't know. So I'm recreating him. So I have Pierre. And I thought, well, Pierre's going to need a friend. Like, how boring is life if you don't have a friend? So, I'm glad that you're all here, and we are all friends. And my Woobles are all friends here on my desk, and I just think Pierre needs a friend, so I was going to crochet him a lady friend. And I'm naming her Patty. I was trying to find a French female name that started with a P to go with Pierre. I was coming up with Paige, and I hate to name her Paige since my sitter that does my feeding tube meds and feeding tube stuff is Paige. So I hate to name her Paige. I don't know if that's disrespectful or honorable. I would find it honorable, but some people might find it disrespectful. But anyway, I was looking for a name for Pierre's lady friend. Patty? Y'all might have some suggestions. You can tell me in the comments if you have a suggestion. So I'm going to crochet here on Pierre's lady friend since I hadn't totally decided on a name yet. And chat with you guys. What are you doing today? Are you working on a particular project? Or are you doing something different? You got something more important to do, which I think crocheting is very important, but sometimes, housework or tending to insurance stuff and all that stuff has to be done. So, yeah, I hate tending to insurance stuff and doing all the paperwork and tedious phone calls and emails and stuff like that. I just shut down. I can't deal with all that. Like, I think it's horrible that the sick person has to go on and fight insurance to pay hospital bills. Like, why is it the hospital going after them? Why is it my responsibility? If you want your money, go fight them. But no, I'm the one that has to go fight them to get them to pay the hospital. And that takes a lot of energy. Once I'm done doing something like that, and if you have to do that, which if you have insurance and you have medical issues, I'm sure you've had to do that too. And then I'm just exhausted. Like, I am mentally exhausted after dealing with stuff like that. It drains you. But anyway, sometimes we have to do grown-up things. But I try to live in my own little world here as much as possible. So, last night I thought, well, I'm going to crochet Pierre. I don't know what happened to the Pierre that I had made. So I thought, let me just make one. And then I was like, Pierre needs a friend. So I'm crocheting a purple Pierre. But we're going to name her a little girly name. We had kind of like a little French name. And it don't have to start with a P. It don't. I don't know why I was thinking that. It don't have to start with a P. It could just be a little French name. Maybe Paris. Maybe I just name her Paris. I don't know. Big Daddy's birthday's coming up, and I did decide on what to get him. A watch. He loves watches. He likes wearing a different watch every day. He has a little collection of some watches. Nothing fancy, but he loves his little watches, and he sits back there at his desk sometimes and changes out watch bands and does whatever to his watches. Changes them out and kind of plays with them, you know, putting different bands on them and whatever it is he does, I don't even know. Putting links in and taking links out, and I don't know. So I found him a watch and ordered it for him. It's not, you know, it's a pretty watch. It's really pretty, but it, you know, wasn't a like expensive watch or anything. I just saw it and I thought it looked really pretty, and I know he doesn't have one with the face that looks like that. It's kind of multicolored. Let me see if I can think of the name. Multicolor. It kind of looks like a stained glass window to me, but it's muted colors. It's not like bright red, blue, and yellow, and green, orange. It's muted colors, and yeah, it reminded me of a stained glass window. So I ordered him that. His birthday's coming up this next weekend. I don't know exactly what we're gonna do, but I'll do something to make him feel special, because he is special. He's very, very special to me. Love that man with all my heart. So we'll probably go out to a restaurant. I'll just have to, he likes to go into that Fontenot's and get an alligator. So I'll probably just say that. Why don't we go to Fontenot's and get alligator for your birthday? I mean, I won't get alligator. I did used to eat alligator long ago, back before my feeding issues happened. I ate alligator many times, but I no longer can because of my esophagus and stomach and gastroparesis and all that kind of stuff. But I would never get it down my esophagus anyway. But he'll love it. So I think that's what I'm going to tell him, is next weekend, maybe we could do it Saturday about midday. That way they're not busy. They get really busy at night. And that's probably about all we do, is just go out to eat. I mean, what else is there to do? One year, when the boys lived here and before Elijah moved off, we did go out to eat Mexican one night. Dakota had made him a birthday cake, and then we went axe throwing. Now, I never did. I was really wanting to give it a try, but I never did say anything because it was kind of pricey for each person to throw an axe. I mean, you did multiple times. You went different games and rounds and stuff like that. But I didn't sign up to, you know, pay my fee to do it, and therefore I didn't want to pay my fee just to try to throw an axe. I really don't have the strength to do anything like that anyway, so I didn't. But Jody, Dakota, and Elijah, they all did the axe throwing. Elijah was really good at it. Jody was next, and poor Dakota. It was horrible. I think he might have got the axe to even stick on the board maybe 2 times. I mean, it was really horrible. Dakota has never been athletic. Never has been athletic or outdoorsy or anything like that. And it just wasn't his thing. He said, about midway through it, he said, next year we're having a cake decorating contest. It was just the most horrible thing to watch. Dakota sitting up there trying to throw that axe. Like, that's the whole memory that we all three have. Me and Jody and Elijah. That is our memory, is Dakota up there trying to throw the axe. So, we're not gonna, and then they were all sore the next day. Their arms hurt. Okay, so I'm not going to plan anything that crazy. Just, I think, get him a watch for his birthday, and then go out to eat at his favorite little Cajun restaurant. Fontenot's. It's downtown Monroe. And then probably mosey back home. I might treat him to a trip to Ollie's. I could treat him to a trip to Ollie's and let him get some little snacks. He does like to go there and get, like protein bars to have at his, desk at work. And we hadn't been to Ollie's in probably a month or so. Last time we went to one in Shreveport. We were both about half sick, in a lot of pain and hurting, and we did not even walk around the store. I think we got in there and I went to the bathroom and came out and we were ready to go. We were both hurting so bad. So maybe I'll tell him, hey, we can go to Ollie's and walk around if we're able. Yesterday, Big Daddy came home from work in a lot of pain. That Sunday, that little bit he did Sunday, really wore him out. It really got him down. Did a number on his little body, his knees. So we may not be up to a trip to Ollie's. But if he is, I'll offer it. What do you do for your husband or wife's birthdays? What do you do for those? Do you go all out? Do y'all acknowledge them? There's been years where we, couldn't do anything. Barely even acknowledged. There's been years where we had sick kids going on, stuff going on with sick kids or whatever, and just totally forgot about birthdays. That's happened to both of us at different times. We just had, more important things going on at the time. Sometimes we do very little, and sometimes we act like it's what we're supposed to do. So I don't know. Whew. Yeah, I need a name, a little French name, I think. Pierre, and I'm gonna give her some eyelash eyes, because she is definitely a lady penguin, and she, is very girly, we're gonna say. So we're going to put her some eyelash eyes in here. I'll be honest, I used the ice that's supposed to go on her, on Pierre. And so I got to get my eyelash eyes out for her. She has one more eye in her bag. So we had some cooler weather for a couple of days, and now it's warmed back up today. But last night, I got so cold. I got up to go to the restroom, and I was so cold. I was shivering. And my whole hand was just white as white could be. I mean, white as a moon there. It was very, very white. That means no blood is flowing. And so I was looking all over the place here for a blanket, and I went into the bedroom where Big Daddy was asleep, trying to see if I could find a blanket, and I couldn't find one. So I come back and I took the blanket from his chair and went back to my chair, and then put my blanket on me and then his blanket over that. He got up this morning. He's like, "Did you get cold during the night?" Yeah. But it's warming up today, and so tonight I probably won't have that problem. But winter is coming. So as it does get colder, I'll, wear socks, probably a hat, different things that I'll do to stay warm. Have more blankets at my chair in there. And that chair might have a heated, I bet it does. I think it has a massage and a heat thing on it. But the remote control is down over here in a pouch, and I don't have anything to reach down in that pouch. So that's why I didn't even think to get that last night. So I would have to have that out already and then see what I can do with it. But as it gets colder, I'll remember that again. Whenever I go to get my electric throw out for this chair, I have an electric throw that goes to this chair, and whenever I get it out, I'll remember about my other chair. I probably need an electric throw for that chair. It's too hard to take things that need to be plugged up from room to room to room, because you have to bend over to plug them up, and that is not my deal. I don't like to throw up, and if I bend over, I'm gonna throw up. And so my cart that I showed y'all yesterday, that pink cart, it is working out beautifully. Now, I did say that I would, be able to use that to carry things from room to room. Theoretically, or anyone else, yes, that would work awesome to carry things from room to room in that cart. But I wasn't thinking as I was sitting down talking about that. Because as I was coming in here to crochet, I had my mug, my phone, a crochet book that I had been looking at, and a couple more things by my chair in there that I wanted to bring in here. Well, I started to put them in that cart, and as I started to do that, I thought, no, who's going to get them out for me when I get them in there? Because if I bend over to get them out, then I'm going to start throwing up, and then my day is shot. So I didn't put anything down in it to carry them and carry it in here. I quickly rethought that and thought, oh, well, no, I'm not going to do that. Okay, I could put some silver. Well, I thought I had something on my hand. It's not any purples. I could paint the eyes, but do we have any purple? There's some blue. It was a light pink. There's gold. There's some blue and silver and gold. And I think a light pink. Man, there's a rose gold. There's a green. I wish there was a purple. And it may be, I just might not be seeing it. They could be stuck together. Silver. There's like a wad of them. Oh, that's a pretty green, a bright pink, a gold and silver and blue. All right, I'm gonna put those gold ones. They never give you quite enough of these these rings anyway. I don't know what you call these rings. These are reinforcement, paper hole reinforcement rings. I don't know. They're not sticky. They're just, that's what they remind me of. They never give you quite enough of these anyway. Oh man, I dropped it. Go back here a little bit, so if I do drop, maybe I'll keep it on the desk this time. Oh, that's a lot of work. These eyelash eyes, you can find them on Amazon. If you just just search safety eyes with eyelashes, you'll find them. Okay. Now, let me see what I can do about her eyes. Now, let's see if I can figure out how I want her eyes to look. Let's see if I go right here. Okay. Let me see. If I go over here, just trying to see how I kind of want this to play out. Okay. Now, the thing about this is I'm going to squish my eyelashes. This is sometimes very hard for me, but I'm gonna give it a go and see what I can accomplish here. Maybe nothing. Let me get a book, because this seems to be wanting to slide. The book I was looking at in there at my chair. Mm. It's not, I don't think it's sticking. It's not clicking in too well. Let me see. I know there's different types of the tools you can use to help with eyes. One of them you need to be able to squeeze. I have one like that was sent to me, and Big Daddy does use that one. I have to use this one because I don't have fingers to squeeze the other one. Whew. Maybe, I don't know. I'm gonna play. It's not in there. Got it. I'm sure you heard it crunch. Now, is my eyes in the right place still even? I lost a lot of stitch. I lost a lot of my markers there. 1, 2, 3. My needles that I was using to mark the stitches, and now they're coming out all different places. Okay. I'm gonna tell you, that took a lot out of me. That was hard. Okay, so I like putting the little needles in there so I know exactly which stitch I'm putting the eye in. And then I just got all kinds of mess going on inside here. But let me try to focus on this, and then I'll make sure my eyelashes are correct. All going up, and not down or sideways. Oh, I think I'm getting it. No. I keep slipping it off. I can't keep it where I'm trying to do it. Because I don't really have anything to hold it in there with, right? And so, here, I got it. Oh. Oh. Yep, I got it. Let me see if this side needs anything else. I think that one went on pretty good. Now, whew, I'm gonna have to rest after that. Oh, eyelashes, come on, turn. Because that is not going the right direction. Well, maybe Big Daddy can turn them for me. I can't really grab on to anything there to turn it. Maybe Big Daddy can help me with that, because right now, that is a no. She got her eyelashes done at the dollar store. For reals. Ugh. We'll see if we can't help her later. Right now, we put all these up and probably start stuffing them. Pierre and his little French girlfriend. Well, I don't know if it's his girlfriend yet. It's his lady friend. And they might go on some adventures together. We'll see. I think I just might start doing that. Taking some of these Woobles on adventures. What do y'all think about that? Yeah, but she gonna have to do something with them eyes before... Yeah. She definitely gonna have to do something with them eyes before she goes on an adventure with me. Oh, I turned it. Yes, that is much better. She looked like she went to the mall and got these eyelashes now. She went to the mall and paid a lot of money for them eyelashes. Alright, so here's Pierre. He's looking a little plain. And his lady friend, who's like, she's looking bigger than him. But I think they're on the same row. I'll check that. She is looking a lot larger than him, and yes, she is, because I went too many rows on her, and row 14 is supposed to be decrease. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Hello. That's one too many rows. So I'm going to just frog this row back. And now I should have the right number of rows, and maybe they'll look more the same size. Yeah, she still looks a little bit larger, but maybe my tension was a little different as I was crocheting her. But they should both have 13 rows now. I'm going to start stuffing Pierre and his lady friend. So, do you want to crochet a Pierre? I'm going to give you a link below where you can get a free Pierre pattern on the Wooble website, and you can crochet your own Pierre. Or you can name it something different. You don't have to crochet it in the Wooble yarn. You don't have to crochet it in full weight yarn. You can crochet it in any yarn that you have. You can crochet it in bigger yarn or smaller yarn. But I'm going to leave the link below, and if you make Pierre or any other color one. The blue, this one's called Pierre too. Pierre in blue and Pierre in pink. I don't know. I think there may be a Pierre in a pastel color also. But Pierre is on the website. Pattern is free. And you can use any yarn you want. So if you do crochet one, I would love to see it on the Llama Mama Kayla and Big Daddy Facebook group. Please post your Pierres there so we can all see them in whatever color you choose and in whatever type of yarn you choose. That would be awesome to see everyone's Pierre. So I'm just trying to stuff these a little bit, but I don't want to overstuff it at this point. I don't want the stuffing all up around the stitches, because when I'm crocheting, I don't want to be pulling out stuffing. That is the hardest. And my chair just like went, you know how these computer desk chairs will do sometimes, especially an old one, but they start, you know, like, mine just went, and I have to get up really quick and raise the seat back up, or my knees and body will lock up. If I sit there in that low, I won't be able to get up. Oh. And then I can just pop my chair back up. I know you can't see all this, thank goodness, because I'm a mess. Now, I'm back up to desk level. Oh, it went down again. Oh. I can't sit like that. Come on, chair, quit acting up. I had a chair that did that a long time ago, back when Elijah was a kid. And he took a piece of PVC pipe and took the chair apart and put that PVC pipe in there, and then the chair wouldn't go down anymore. So, but he's not here to do that for me. Whew, I'm out of breath now. I do want to get the head, you know, firm. So, I may be wrong in this, but I think Pierre is kind of the logo for Woobles, and I may be totally wrong on that. Oh gosh, I may just be off the wall saying that. But I see him a lot. So I think he's kind of the logo Wooble, but I may be wrong. Okay. Now, it's time to close these up. I gotta start decreasing and close them up. So I have my Woobles made. I'm on the last row on each one of them, closing them off. The purple one still looks larger than this. It's the same pattern for both of them, but the purple one looked larger before I even stuffed them. So I was trying to stuff them where they looked, you know, comparable in size. They don't have to be exact same size, but I didn't want one just like huge and the other one smaller, you know, but they ended up that way, and then the opposite of what I would want them to be if one of them was going to be huge. I want it to be the blue one and not the purple one. But the purple one seems to be larger than the blue one, and it could be tension. I don't know why when I'm crocheting them all right together, why one of them would just be, you know, the tension. But anyway, it doesn't really matter that much. So I am ready to close them up though. Well, come on now. No, I'm on my last stitch for the blue one, and then I'll leave a tail to close it up with. Big Daddy hasn't made it home from work yet. He must have got busy working on something, or maybe he's in traffic, who knows. All right. All right, so I'm gonna leave a tail to thread that up. I still have 3 more parts that go on each one, the belly and the fin. So I'm gonna come back and do them in another video, just because this one's getting kind of lengthy, I suspect. All right. So there comes Big Daddy driving up. So I am going to finish these off in the next video. I'll be able to finish them up and maybe even do some fun things with them. So I will see you all in the next video. I hope you have a wonderful day. And check out that link in the description box below this video. You may have to open it up and find the pattern to crochet your own Pierre, or whoever you want to call it, in whatever color and whatever yarn. I am using Wooble yarn on both of these. This yarn came in that package. This yarn came from Joann's before they closed down. Before they even probably announced they were closing down. I had bought some yarn in there. And so anyway, remember, it's a beautiful day to crochet, or find something else that brings you happiness and joy, and enjoy that today. I am enjoying crocheting these 2 Woobles. I like them. Uh-oh. 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 Alright, one more stitch and I'm done with this one. Well, except for the belly and the wings. But my little penguin bodies will be done. There we go. I'm gonna leave the tail. Oh. All right, I'm gonna look at them, the stuffing in them though, to see. She just looks a bit larger. I don't know why. But she does. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video as we finish these off and see what else we do. Okay, I just had to come back and say that my Pierre and his lady friend are ready for their belly patch, their beaks, and their wings. And so you can see in this photo here what else I've got to do to get them created. And so I pulled out the white. Maybe it'll be enough to make 2 belly patches and 2 beaks, because this is the yarn that came with. I'm calling it a her because that's what I'm, wanting it to be. But it's called Pierre too. It's just in a different color. And then this one, remember, the link to the pattern is in the description box under the video. But I did want to say this. Now, if you are so inclined and feeling adventurous, I saw where someone took that pattern that I'm going to leave you in the link below, and they did it with like embroidery thread or whatever, and made little tiny Pierres and made earrings out of them. Oh my gosh, that is just adorable. I mean, seriously, there's no way I can crochet with a tiny, tiny hook. I mean, I can't even imagine what size hook that takes to create earrings. I mean, they weren't super tiny, tiny earrings, but, they were big enough that you could see them coming from a good ways. But anyway, I can't even imagine crocheting something that tiny. But some of you guys might be inclined to do that. So, like I said, you can use any yarn you want to. You can even use thread and create earrings. That is just awesome that somebody was able to do that. Alright guys, I will see you in the next video for reals this time. For reals, I'm saying bye. Big Daddy's home. He's in there fixing him some dinner. I think he said he was fixing red beans and rice, so he'll enjoy that. Get him some dinner going, and then he can go relax. And I'm just gonna go relax in my chair and upload this video, get it edited and uploaded and all that kind of good stuff. So I will see you in the next video, friends. Love you all. Remember, it's a beautiful day to crochet.